All right, here is a video explanation of the assignment 0605 data observation. So I've provided you a website for you to go to and use that to do your 2-coin flip simulation. So the website is here on the left side, and what it is you can sit there and tell you how many coins you want to flip. Let's say I want to flip 3 coins, hit go, and then it shows me 3 coins that have been flipped. The instructions on the assignment say for this activity you will need 2 coins. So that right there, we're going to flip 2 coins, and we're going to determine the theoretical probability of the events. Then you will flip the coin 100 times and determine the experimental probability of the events. So down here I have the results that we could possibly have. We could have 2 heads, we can have 2 tails, we can have a heads and a tails, and we can have a tails and a heads. 4 different results. So right there, you know we have 4 different outcomes, so you just have to read the question to find out what it is looking for. So for question number 1, it says, what is the theoretical probability of the coin result in 2 heads? Well, we would just look up here and say how many times that we could have 2 heads out of how many total outcomes, and that would allow us to find our theoretical probability. So now that we're going to do that, we're going to actually flip the coin 100 times. So we'll go and do that, and there it goes. It starts showing us the 2 coins flipped 100 times. So you would just have to go through and start recording with your data table over here with the frequency of how many times you see that. So you could sit there and just go through and start doing tally marks. Maybe you could do this on a separate piece of paper as you're going through it. You could even do it on the document. That's fine. I'm going to use a capital I to demonstrate tally marks. So there for tails, tails. There's a tally mark. Tails, heads down here. There's a tally mark. Another tails, heads. A tails, tails again. Heads, tails. Heads, tails. Tails, heads. Tails, tails. Tails, heads. Tails, tails. Ignore the dog barking in the background. Sorry about that. And you'll just go through and you'll do this for all 100 examples. And then you'll use those numbers, whatever you get. So let's say I'll just go through and kind of fudge it. Let's say the frequency for heads, heads was 20. The frequency for tails, tails was 30. For heads, tails, it was 25. And for tails, tails, it would be 25 as well. There, some fudge numbers. Now we have this. That's representing the 100 times that we have flipped the coins. Now we can go down here and start answering the questions for this. So for instance, I'll go ahead and do this one. What is the experimental probability of the coin toss result in 2 heads? So once again, I go up here 2 heads. That's 20 out of 100, which equals out to 0.20. Or as we can also say that, 20%. All right, so that is a video detailed explanation of how you are to do this assignment. Hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to your teachers, and we can give you even further guidance if you're still confused.